YouTube. What's going on? Everybody good, man? Thought I'd make this quick video real quick. Taking a break. Yeah, man. Yesterday was pretty good, man. I had $1,000 day. It was closer to 1,100. It was like 1,080. I ran a $600 load and I ran a $400 load. How many miles I ran yesterday? Hold on, let me go through my logbook. Yesterday I ran. It don't say. Yesterday I ran, cause I want to know. $659 miles yesterday. So what is that? That's about, I think I probably averaged like $1.40, probably about $1.40 a mile. Probably $1.40 a mile. And that's hub miles, not dispatch miles. I know a lot of guys, they get confused on the pay, what they're getting paid. I have a couple videos on finding the true rate of a load. You need to go and check that out. That's talking about, because a lot of guys, like, they'll go and lease on with a company and they'll be like, yeah, I'm getting paid $1.90 all miles. No, you're not. They're paying you Rand McNally miles, not hub miles. So take off about a good 10-15 cents. So if they're paying you $1.90, you actually getting paid $1.75 all miles, which is still good, but those are dispatch miles, are actually what they're paying you besides the hub. And the hub, even the Qualcomm be off about 10, 15, 20 miles. So I probably averaged like $1.40 a mile yesterday. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about I found something out yesterday. I was on my YouTube account and it just dawned on me, like, I have this particular troll. You know who you are. You know who you are. He got 2 accounts. He may have 3, but he's got 2 accounts. And I didn't realize it at first, but I noticed his picture is the same from both of those accounts. And it just dawned on me. I was like, this the same dude. He got 2 accounts. He tricked me. But you know who you are, man. Like I don't understand, like, people, man. They have some kind of psychological issues where, like, if you don't like my content and if you disagree with everything I'm talking about, why watch? Why? I understand. It's like all the shit on YouTube to watch, you come watch my shit and then you disagree with it. What's up with that? Like, if I disagree with something, if I'm watching a video and I disagree with it, I'll probably just I give him a thumbs down or something, or I won't say nothing. I just give him a bullshit comment and move on. It's like, I don't lose no sleep of that shit. But it's just funny. But just letting y'all know, I found something out, man. Trolls, boy. I mean, trolls are working hard. It's crazy. I must be doing something right. But yeah, man, this video is about making money in trucking. Cause I have videos talking about, as a company driver, I make $60,000, and I've gotten some comments saying that they don't believe that I made $60,000. That's fine. But if you think $60,000 a year is hard to make in trucking, maybe, because it wasn't easy for me, but it's obtainable for anybody. 60,000, like, it ain't like I made a video saying, yeah, I made 100,000 as a company driver. $100,000 a year company driver jobs are far in between. It's very little. It's not too many of them jobs. Now there's some company drivers out there making 100K. You got Frito-Lay. I talked to some Frito-Lay guys who make $90,000 a year, 100K. I talked to some UPS drivers. Now these guys have been there a long fucking time. They deserve that money, okay? They ain't just walk in 6 months they make 100 grand. No, I've talked to Old Dominion guy. You know, I didn't believe him, but he showed me his W-2. Not his W-2, but his check stub. And the numbers, you know, it's just like, it's like, wow, you know. But he been there for 30 years. He about to retire. Like, you know what I'm saying? I bumped into a, but anyway, here's the point. It's like, I made 60,000 as a company driver. Now I didn't make it. Now I didn't, like, right out of truck driving school. I didn't just walk into 60,000. I had to work up to it. My first year as a company driver, I think I did 35, 40. Shit, and that's a full year. Like, them checks was like 500, 600 a week. And then once you start to understanding the game of dispatching, load planners, and the freight game, working your logbook, you start running your truck efficiently. You know what I mean? Because it's not the fact that you can't make the money and your rate per mile. It's that you're a rookie and you don't know the game. You don't know the trucking game. Because I came from punching the clock. So any of you guys that come from punching the clock or salary or whatever, coming into commission-based, activity-based type job where you actually gotta bang down doors to get your money, like, it's a different mindset. You gotta chase that money, you know. So I made 60,000 as a company driver, 2 years back to back. And then there were a few years where I made close to, like, 57, 58, 59. But there were 2 consecutive years that I had on my W-2, 60,000. Was it easy? No. Like, basically, like I said before, the way that you make money in trucking, if you got a dispatcher or a fleet manager, you gotta get the load planner's phone number. Basically, you gotta get in good with the load planner. That's just how it is. Like, when you come in, you gotta talk to the load planner, talk to your fleet manager, and have that conversation. Now, LaShawn, he's got a video talking about, and all of that is true. LaShawn's got a video. If any of y'all watch LaShawn Parks, he's got a video talking about building a relationship, what you need to look for in a trucking company. And one of those, I think, 4 line items, he says what you have to do is your fleet manager has to, what makes a good fleet manager is that the fleet manager sits you down and asks you, what are your requirements, you know, as far as, you know, what are your revenue and what are your money requirements, your financial requirements. That's a damn good fleet manager. And after 10 years in trucking, I've probably had at least 20 fleet managers. I say 10 to 15 fleet managers. I would say about 10 to 15 fleet managers. And out of the 10, I would say 2 of them have done that, where I'll get on the fleet manager's board, right? I'll get on there and he'll have like a little private meeting with me. He'll pull me to the side and say, hey man, so how you like to run? Talk to you. How many, are you married? Are you single? I mean, and actually sit down and ask you, what are you looking for? And have a pen and pad and writing that shit down. Your truck number, writing, you know, how much money a week do you need? How many miles a week do you need? Blah, blah, blah. Only had 2 in my whole 10-year career being in trucking. I've had a lot of fleet managers, because when I get a fleet manager and if my money ain't right or we ain't communicating properly, I'll go to his boss or his boss's boss and say, hey, this ain't working out. I need a new fleet manager. Put me on somebody else's board. And like as a newbie, as a rookie, you don't know you have that power to do that. So you will sit there and take the bullshit miles sitting on this man's board, getting shit loads and not saying nothing about it. And that's a rookie flaw, because you don't know you can do that, because you used to having other jobs where you think you don't have no fucking power. As a truck driver, as a CDL holder, you have the fucking power. Okay? Now, how did I make 60,000? That's just it. I took all the loads. Anything they had, because some days would be slow, some days would be busy. Now, this is when I ran regional and local. When I ran regional, I didn't make 60,000. I made like 55, 56, 52, shit like that. And then when I went local, that's when I went and started making the money. Now, this is when I was pulling containers. When I was pulling containers, doing local, this is when I actually started making 2 consecutive years where I had 60,000 on a W-2. And that's about 12 or 1,300 a week. Now, every week wasn't 12, 1,300. Most of the weeks would, because it's an average throughout the year. So I would have $1,300, $1,400, $1,500 checks when it's busy. Like when it's busy in intermodal, you talking about January, February, March, April. You talking about May. You talking about May through like August. That's the busy season for intermodal, from my experience. So like during that time, like I'll take some time off, but I'm pretty much working 6 days, 5 to 6 days. And I'm asking for all the work. I'm asking for all the loads you can give me. So like as local, we get paid by the load on the intermodal side. So like I would go in. Sometimes my manager had a load sitting on his desk. Because I used to come in at like 7 o'clock in the morning, and he'll have all the loads on his desk. Sometimes it'll be 1 load, 2 loads, or 3 loads. When I take that 1 load and I look at it, if I know the customer where I'm going to, I'll go straight upstairs to the load planner and say, hey, I'm going to this place. It should take me about an hour or 2 to get empty. What do you have about that time? Now, if he's got something on the board about that time, it's like, yeah, I got this. He'll give me an option. He'll give me a list of options. Like, yeah, I got this. Which one you want? And I'll stand over his shoulder, look at the computer, say, yeah, give me that one. Boom. Now, if he don't have nothing, it's like, yeah, about 12 o'clock, I won't have nothing, man. But check back with me. All right, give me your phone number. I'll call you. I don't even talk to my manager. You know what I mean? That's how I made money in trucking. Now, even as intermodal or local truck driver, you can use those same principles as being over the road, local, regional, or whatever. You could probably use those principles on the load board, because on a load board, you still got to have that hustle. You still got to get up and go get it. You still got to have that drive. Like yesterday, I had $1,000 day. You know, I had to keep the door closed. I was doing 70 the whole time. 68, 67, 70 the whole time. Because I had to pick them loads up. And when I picked up the first load, I had to wait. That video that I made when I had to wait at the customer for that empty, I sat there for an hour. That ate up an hour on my clock, on my 14. So then I had to deadhead to get to the next load to do my second load. When I dropped that second load, I had like 10 minutes left on my clock, man. You got to keep that door closed, okay? What else? I'm trying to think of some other things that you can do to make money in trucking. Like Chasing Andrew, when he got his CDLs, he was with Knight. Dude made $50,000 his first year as over the road. And I already know. You gotta do what you don't want to do to make money. That's just what it is. It's just like, don't come out here and trucking and be lazy and talk about, oh, I don't want to go to the Northeast. Oh, I don't want to go to the West Coast. No, take the fucking load, get it, and get it out there, deliver it, and get to the next load. The sooner you get out there, the sooner you can get another load. That's just how it works. Good communication with your fleet manager or a load planner. That's another way. Because if you under a load, because when I was a company driver, sometimes you'll be pre-planned, sometimes you don't. But when I'm not pre-planned, I'll call my fleet manager up. I'll be like, hey, I'm going to get to this place about 12 o'clock. It's going to take me about an hour or two to get unloaded. See if you can find me a load after about 2 o'clock. Because everybody knows the office personnel go home at 5 o'clock. And if you delivering a load like 4 or 5 o'clock, you need to be on the phone at 2 or 3 o'clock so they can talk to the load planner. They can have you a load. So once you get empty, you're not sitting and wasting a whole day when you could have been rolling, getting money. This is the shit that people don't talk about. People talking about, oh, get your CDL, you're going to make all this money. But you got to have the drive and the determination to make the money. You got to bang the load planner's door down. Get the direct number to the load planners. I know some companies, they don't let you talk to the load planner. Fuck that shit. You got to find a way to communicate with that load planner. I found a way. Every company that I've been to they always had this policy, this rules that no, you can't talk to the load planner. Bullshit. I find a way. Some way or another, I'll get that load planner's phone number or email or something. Get something where you can talk to him and say, hey, this is truck number such and such. You know, and you got to build up a rapport with them, because if you just jump out the gate, they're going to hang up on you or they ain't going to be trying to talk to you. No, you got to talk to your fleet manager. After a while, you talk to them about football or some bullshit, kick it with them, and then once you open them up a little bit, then you can talk about the loads. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. You got to get to company drivers, even guys who own operators who leasing on with fleet managers. You got to get to the fucking load planner or the broker or whatever. Whoever is supplying the loads, you got to get directly to that motherfucker and communicate directly with them. That's how you do it. That's how you make money. That's just straight up and down. You got to be willing to do some hard fucking work. That's it. That's it. You just can't walk in the trucking and just put your head back and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make 60,000. No, that's white collar, bougie white collar shit, dog. It ain't. You don't make no salary in trucking unless you work for UPS or some shit. But a general over the road company, your Snyders, your Primes, and all that shit, you gotta bang the fucking load planner's door down. That's how you get the money. So that's just real talk. But yeah, man, this video 18 minutes, man. I appreciate y'all watching my videos, man. I'll see y'all next time.